Hello dear people and welcome once again to Joe Mayday's TV channel. It is an honor and a privilege to welcome you all here. Now I have been off for like 3 months or so, working my behind off after the quarantine ended, so I didn't have much time to play, so this is for me actually a delightful moment. Finally I am once again in the skies, in the virtual skies, virtual battlefields of War Thunder. And I hope I shall enjoy this game. I have taken for a spin the C.205 Serie 1. Probably it's pronounced that way. And it is truly a little delightful aircraft. It is truly a fun aircraft to fly. It has excellent climb rate. It's not a Spitfire, but it can turn. But it's lacking a bit in the arms department, definitely. But this aircraft is a true example of what you can get if you combine the Italian design of the exterior and the German engineering on the interior, on the engine. A truly good aircraft in the end. But let's focus our attention to the game. Because this aircraft is an excellent climber, at the start of the game I climbed up to some 4,000-5,000 meters. And from there I basically started to push the enemies down towards the deck. And it happened. I didn't want to pursue them up to now. Now basically all of the enemy team is really low. We have no danger above us anymore. And now it's time to commit to a fight and try to put some rounds on the target. And boy, we haven't done that really brilliantly. Now those were not the best rounds that you can put in somebody. But let's go for it again. We are trailing another Spitfire, trying to help our friendly out by taking them, but those are some misses, but still critical hit. And now another Spitfire, another critical hit. And I do believe our friendly survived. Both of the Spitfires got critically hit and we have gotten hit ourselves. And we are leaking water, so we have to RTB. We were really fast, they couldn't pursue us. I mean, they could for a short period of time, but now they have to pull back. And eventually both of these Spitfires are going to go down. I have cut a video a bit here. So the first Spitfire has gone down right now. And the second one is going to go down also in a little while. So let's skip ahead a bit. And so here we are taking off from the airfield. Our engine actually went completely red and we just barely made it. But this was a really long video, so I had to cut it a bit shorter. It was 25 minutes long game. But still, as you might have noticed, we have scored the kill number 2. The second Spitfire also crashed. But now we do have 2 kills, but we are the only fighter on our team. There are just 1 Stuka left and there are 4 enemies left. So this will be quite challenging. So the course of action for me was to climb as much as I could, not to go directly into the fight, but do a bit of a side climb on the map, climb to some 4,000 or 5,000 meters once again, and then basically just see what happens. And there shall be a lot of dogfighting and a lot of interesting things that shall happen. So once again, I didn't want to bore you with the climbing part, but we have climbed to some reasonable altitude. My goal was roughly 5,000 meters, because I actually needed some advantage. Because this is a 4 versus 1 game now. That Stuka died and we are virtually fighting versus the 4 enemies. One of them is a ground pounder viewfighter, I believe, but at least 3 of them are fighters. And here come the first 2. Now, I'm not going to lie, my initial tactic was just survive. I avoided that head-on because there's only just 2 of them at this point. If there was a 3rd attacker, I would have to take that head-on. But my goal is just to basically evade the first one and then try to take out the P-38 first. But I cannot commit. I cannot commit because that other enemy aircraft is just gaining on me. So it's basically a bit of evasive maneuvering for now. And I'm basically waiting for them to come closer and open fire, then I do this maneuver. I go to the semi to the ground and then pull up towards the enemy, making him overshoot. And he cannot get those cannons on target. And here's an example of it. And I almost got on his back, but I cannot commit once again because that P-38 is behind me. So the idea is to try to do this as much as I can, and that's why all of that altitude was of paramount importance. I'm having altitude to commit this sort of a fight. And once again I cannot position myself entirely on his 6 because of the fear of another aircraft. And they're doing quite a good job. They're making passes on me, constantly putting me on the defense, and I'm losing altitude. I have managed to provide that maneuver, to make that maneuver twice, but now I'm closer and closer to the ground, so this is third time. Once again, making them overshoot and miss it. Once again a miss. But eventually I will get a hit. So, 3 passes for now. At this point I was wondering, will he pursue, because I came close to the airfield, but here comes the P-38. Barely just misses me. I cannot commit once again because there's plane number 2. So we are still alive. Our engine is still not red. Water is a bit heating up, but still fine. And now I'm gonna make him miss once again, and then 4th time is the charm. We are getting hits. We didn't have enough altitude or enough speed, but reversal actually worked this time. But those damn Italian guns. We've gotten hits, but nothing critical. The fight is still on, and I have to admit it was a bit of a dick move to go towards my airfield, but at this point I was pretty in a bad position. And let's see what happens now. We are in a scissors maneuvers. I think I struck his tail or something, and he's going down. The first enemy of this dogfight is actually down. Now it's just a P-38G that I have to worry about. I thought he was actually pulling off at this point, and I was considering landing. But no, he comes back. I have to cool the engine down a bit. He is leaking from previous engagements. There's no way I'm taking a head-on from him. Too risky, and I know I can outturn him easily. And he's leaking fluids, so I probably can actually I'm actually a faster aircraft probably also. But what happens is AAA got him. That's a bit of a, yeah, not nice. Too bad. But 2 versus 1 dogfight is over. And we are heading back for the repairs, and let's find those remaining 2 aircraft. And there he is. It is a P-40. Legendary American plane, and one of my favorites from the American tech tree of the lower tier. And he has altitude advantage. And now basically we have to wait for him to get a teensy-weensy closer. And there he is. And we are making him overshoot once again, like with the previous adversaries. And basically, those were some pretty hard misses. But basically, in this type of turning engagement, he doesn't have much of a chance. So it's only a matter of time before we score more hits. and we should be able to bring him down. He's already hurt quite badly. So I'm going a bit in a right turn and go. Awful misses. Awful poor shooting. But will we get another chance? We should get another chance. And now finally he's taken out. Now the P-40 in this engagement simply had no chance with the tactics that he used. He should have stayed higher and then just play a yo-yo game on me. Boom and zoom, up and down, up and down. That was basically his only chance. Turning engagement, not so much. But now I have skipped again a little bit forward because this game took 25 minutes. And I am searching for the last enemy. He's ground pounding somewhere and it took me decent 3-4 minutes to actually find him. I didn't have any orders that I could use to help me locate him. I had to go search him, and there he is finally. Finally, we have 4 kills, and let's see how the last engagement plays out. Now it's 1 versus 1, and I believe we have the upper hand. We are in a better aircraft. He doesn't stand much of a chance, and he hasn't noticed me. He actually is still attacking the ground. So a nice shallow dive to the left. We are catching up. We still have decent, more than enough ammo to complete this last engagement. And let's see, will we bring him down? Brilliant shooting. Yeah, some hits. Damn those Italian machine guns. Critical hit. Critical hit, but nothing significant still. He's still quite able to fly. So we're off to the vertical and then diving in for a second run. Here comes run number 2. Hits. Yes, more hits. Is that a fire? I think it is a fire. But we have suffered damaged propeller. But he's still not going down. Third time is a charm. And let's see, will it be so? His right engine is off and now it's on fire. And he will not make it over that hill and that forest. It is a 5th kill for the C.205. A brilliant plane. And I have forgotten that I am all alone and I actually said good game to myself. That was just stupid. But nevertheless, 5 kills, really nice game in an excellent plane that I really honestly recommend. It is brilliant. I mean brilliant, it's really good for its BR. It's an all-arounder, only it's lacking a bit in the armaments department, but still. As a plane, simply you can outclass practically anybody at this BR. And here are the final results. First in the team, and of course 5 nice kills. So in the near future, if I have time, I will make a historical video about the historical facts and stats about this aircraft. And until that time, I wish you all a fantastic day.